You're live. It says I'm live. Okay, this is my first time out. This should be fun. Um, we'll get started in a second here. I just want to make sure we're all rolling. Let's see here. I'm going to go onto my phone and just see if it looks like I'm rolling here. Your channel. Your channel videos. Okay. Oh, they play an ad. Oh, maybe that was my mistake to monetize it. I should monetize it later, not while we're videoing it here. Skip ads. Okay. All right. I think this is legit. This is just about ready to begin here. Hi, how you doing? It's Max. Hey. I'm good, Max. How are you? Good to see you. As you know, this is my first attempt at streaming. Can you hear me okay? That's the first thing I want to know. And there does seem to be a slight delay, so is the video choppy? Is the volume okay? This thing is telling me here my video resolution, it's not too happy about it. It's not optimal, it says, but oh well. Okay, I gotta stop shaking this too. Here, let's settle this up. Okay, we're gonna get rolling in a sec. I got a few ideas for you. Good morning, Daniel. And Max. Yeah, sounds good. All right. Okay, because I feel like I'm talking into the abyss. I'm just sitting in my room talking. I'm seeing your text come up, though. That's what we want. Okay. So, what I wanted to cover for this first outing here is just briefly talk about the channel and my plans for the future, and inviting your input as well on the channel. And also, I wanted to put out some questions for you guys. Hey, Afrocalicia. Afrolicia, sorry, good morning. Renee, hey, you're there. Renee, I know, is in Norway, which is quite a distance. Quite a distance to hear you guys. That's great. So, yeah. So I did have a little bit of a format here. I had a few questions I was going to ask you. I was just curious how you guys consume your music. I get tons of requests from you all, but I'm just curious. I mean, obviously, I grew up listening to LPs, vinyl records on the record player. That was the means of my enjoyment for music. And then after that, it was cassettes and CDs and even 8 tracks way back in the day. And then of course the internet came along and streaming became a thing, and yeah, I guess streaming's the big thing. I'm just curious what you guys are how you guys consume all of your progressive rock music. So, yes, what's going on? Hey, not much, buddy. We're just hanging out with you here. Good afternoon from Scotland. Right on, Scotland. Welcome. I've never been to Scotland. Greetings from New Jersey. Hey, Daniel Cooper. Boy, I got hello and good afternoon from Czechia. Demetrios. Sorry, Demetrios. So some of you are saying Spotify. That's how you consume a lot of your music nowadays. For me, obviously it's YouTube. I'm actually spending a lot of time in YouTube. That's where I'm reacting to the music. I download the files off of the YouTube videos when you guys suggest songs, and that's how I react to them. So YouTube's my thing. Hey, I found the truth on May 2020. Sometimes you're gonna have to fill us in. What does that mean exactly? There's some meaning there, I'm sure. Aphrodisia, CDs and streaming, sometimes vinyl. Right on. I did listen to some vinyl about a year ago, visiting a friend, and they had a turntable and a bunch of albums. And what did we put on? I don't remember what we put on now, but yeah, to me, the vinyl, a vinyl record, if you compare that with a CD, to me, a vinyl record is more miraculous than a little CD, because a CD I can understand the zeros and ones, it kind of makes sense. But vinyl, it's like a little needle dragging in grooves. I mean, how the heck does that all work? That's more miraculous to me. Wow. Hey, how many people we got on here? We got 16 viewers. Welcome one and everyone. This is great. Um, Hi, Chris. Nicholas. Nicholas, good to hear from you. Let's see, I gotta go back a bit here. Yeah, this is my first stream, so I'm living and learning here. So, okay, one of you said Spotify. You like to listen to the records in Spotify. Everyone, or Daniel, you remember 8 tracks. Yeah. Those were the annoying thing about an 8 track with a CD, obviously, start to finish, there's no interruptions. Then you go back to LPs and you got to flip over. You got side one, side two. And then to cassettes, side one, side two. With the 8 tracks, it changed like 4 times, I think, between all the songs. So it interrupted some songs more. Vinyl on Spotify, says Raider. Welcome, Raider. Spotify mostly, says George. Max Georgian, sorry, not George. Max Georgian. YouTube for live performances. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a great thing too. Now with the pandemic, a lot more bands are doing live broadcasts, and that's really cool. I remember back in the day in the 80s, early 80s, when they had simulcasts on FM radio stations. That was the big thing when a band was playing, like, for example, The Who were playing in Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, and they broadcast the concert live on FM radio, and it has great sound. So we were anxious to check that out back in the day. That was kind of like streaming, I guess. Demetrios. Oh, you're just commenting with someone else there. Just to make a quick comment, this whole live stream will be going back on the channel to watch later for anyone who missed it and wanted to see it. And I will actually review it as well. And any of you, if you're leaving comments or questions that I missed, I'll address them later on in the when it posts up on YouTube, and I'll make some comments. So, hey Dean, says HRS, which live performance did you choose to react to for the last 2 Volta songs? Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head which ones they are. I just tend to go whatever with YouTube turns up. I know some of the songs I have multiple versions live, so maybe I'll do a poll before I react to it with some of the live versions, and you guys who are into that, you can let me know which version you'd prefer me to react to. How about we'll try that? So somebody was just watching a live stream concert yesterday, The Deer Hunter and Leprous. Leprous? They had live streams. Oh shoot, I missed it. Okay, yeah, it's that's sad, but have to check out in the future then. So what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, I'm talking about the channel. As you know, I've been doing a lot of reacts, and I've switched to doing them daily. Now, literally speaking, I don't actually do them all in one day and then post it. I actually typically do about 4 or 5 in a row, and then I reach my saturation point, and then I have those to edit, and I put them out every day. So I'm trying to get you guys content every day. So that's all been reacts. Some of the channel watchers who are along with the channel before I did reacts. They're more familiar with my guitar lessons. And of course, I was teaching a lot of lessons for classic progressive rock bands, especially Rush, Yes, Genesis, stuff like that. And I haven't done any guitar lessons for like 3 months. And I'd just like to say, I don't worry, I'm intending to get return to them. I'm going to do one today, in fact. And I've just been taking a break from it, that's all. They take a lot of work to do a lesson, and I think it's to do with the pandemic. I don't know about you, but the pandemic has certainly changed how I live my life in many ways. And one of the ways it impacted me as a musician is my music. Like I play gigs. I'm a part-time musician. I play in a hotel. I play, guitar and sing or whatever. Or I have a duo I play with. All my gigs canceled. As soon as March came along, I had about 15 gigs lined up and they're all gone. So I've been taking a rest from all the performing. Jennifer, you're there. Heidi ho. Jennifer, anyone who's familiar with the channel, you know that Jennifer is a very faithful commenter. She's constantly leaving comments and in funny comments as well. And we really enjoy your input so much, Jennifer. Thanks for visiting. I know you've been working all night. Me too. I've been working all night, burning the midnight oil. So I'll be sleeping after this live stream. Oh my gosh, there's so many people here. Wait a second, let's see. 25. Looks like we got 25. Amazing. Okay. So yeah, any questions you all have for me, just shoot them up on the message board there, and I'll check them out. Went to a concert yesterday, the first in many months, says Renee in Norway. What did you see, Renee? What concert was that? I saw a little bit of an outdoor concert when I was visiting an island nearby, the Salt Spring Island near here, and there was a live band playing outside in front of a food stand or whatever. They play there every week, and I just realized how desperately crazy it is to not be able to see live music. I don't see a lot of big concerts, but I do get out to a lot of small concerts and clubs. I love to go out and see musicians playing, and it's just part of my life too. I really missed that. Demetrios, my one request is just Fate's Warning. I cannot believe that this band is so low in the prog audience. It's just crazy. Well, yeah, keep those requests coming in. I will check them out. As far as bands that I've really discovered in the last 6 months, thanks to you guys, is the Mars Volta, is Tool, and many others. But there's still I haven't even gotten to so many. For example, let me give a little list here. I'm gonna quickly name off a bunch of bands. I haven't even reacted to one song yet. Where is it here? Of course, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, which I've got. I lined up one. That's coming out really soon. Let's see, Russian Circles, Goat, Transatlantic. Haven't heard a single one of those ones yet. Nightwish. What is this? Yeah, Nightwish is one I'm looking forward to checking out. Some sort of smaller bands too, maybe lesser known, like Vector, it sounds like. I had the funniest experience when I put the ISIS video up. I listened to one song from ISIS. That was my first song to enjoy of them. And YouTube, kind of demonetized it because the word ISIS in it. ISIS. And then, of course, I looked it up. ISIS, of course, came before the terrorist ISIS, which is really no fair. I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't have chose that name had they known there was, Middle Eastern terrorist groups going to take that name. Right on, let's see. Transatlantic is good, says Chino Chiba. Spocksbeard. I think I downloaded a Spocksbeard album about 8 years ago or something, and I don't know what happened to it. should be on my Apple account, but it isn't. So maybe it was actually even farther than that. It was over 10 years ago then, back when I was living in Toronto, Ontario. So yeah, I'll have to check out Spock's Beard. Sid Martin says, good morning all. Oh, I miss concerts so very much. Can't wait for things to get back to normal. Yes. Yes. Um, nah. Nah Juice says, unfortunate band name about ISIS. Yeah, yeah, that's too bad. King Gizzard is awesome. HRS says, The Ocean. Okay, The Ocean's another band to check out. Panasonic Tooth is here. Hi, Panasonic. Oh, he's just been listening to some TMV, Mars Volta. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you you've been inspired to go check out more of the Mars Volta. Matthew Coote, how you doing, Matthew? Pandemic has turned me on to how ridiculously awesome Devin Townsend is. You know what? Devin Townsend is a cool discovery, especially that he's in my backyard. I'm on Vancouver Island and he's in Vancouver City, I think. And again, went right over my head. All this music. I was not paying attention to any progressive rock for 30 years, with the odd exception like the Spock's Beard and stuff. Check that out. Not too much though. Let's see. So let's see. I got some notes here. Yeah. So as far as plans for the future, I want to keep doing reacting to progressive rock songs on a daily release schedule, and I want to also salt and pepper that with some guitar lessons, and might do some guitar music equipment stuff here and there. Because actually, I have a few older videos that perform really well. Like one's about a looper, just a little pedal, and I just did it one afternoon. I just stuck a camera there. I just did a little demo on this pedal, and I've already made like $200 or something on it just for this little video, which I really didn't put that much effort into it. It was just a kind of spontaneous thing. So, this is not my main living. YouTube is not my main living at all. The money I earned from the channel is not too high. That's why I started a Patreon, by the way. I started a Patreon account. If you guys want to request guitar songs you want to learn, if you want to request songs you'd like me to react to, feel free to check out the Patreon perks. But with the caveat that just because someone's not a member of Patreon doesn't mean I'm not going to do reacts. I'm going to take reacts from all places, But if you want to support me on Patreon, that's great, because that means, well, the more support from the channel that I can get means the more effort I'm going to pour right back into this channel and keep it going. And the exciting thing about this channel for me is the community, all of you guys, all of the friends. Bye, Renee, says Jen, are you probably heading to get a good day's sleep? Hey, Jen, you worked all night? Mark Cheatham, I recognize that name. Hey, Dean, love your Rush stuff. Yeah, I do a lot of Rush videos. I really, they're my workhorse progressive band is Rush. I've been into them since I was 14 years old, I guess. Someone mentioned Steve Morse. Yeah, Steve Morse. I was familiar with the Dixie Dregs. He had a project called the Dixie Dregs back in the 80s. I had one of those albums. Jen, see ya, Jen. Mark Cheatham. Yeah, okay. Right. Oh, HRS, would you consider reacting to genres of music you're not familiar with, like hip-hop? I have considered doing a hip-hop one just for fun, and I would title it Progressive Rock Fan Reacts to Hip-Hop for the First Time or something. I mean, obviously I've heard hip-hop on radio and everything, it's everywhere. I've never purchased a hip-hop song. I've never sought out hip-hop. I've never searched for a hip-hop song. So I'm not really a hip hop fan, to be honest. The only hip hop I liked is I remember hearing a couple bands once, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool because they were not sampling everything. They actually were a band. They had some musicians in the band. It was hip hop with, which is kind of the format that I love. It's just basically 4 or 5 musicians or whatever, a trio playing music. That's my favorite format for music. But if you have a recommendation of a hip hop song that I should react to, go for it. Go for it. Let me know. Oh, it's Renee who's skipped out, says Jennifer. We love you, Dean. No, I'm staying. Renee is out. Oh, okay. That's nice. Renee had to step out. Haha, Dean doing hip hop clickbait face. Well, yeah, make me a suggestion, even if it's something really like totally obscenely hip hop. That might even be the funniest yet. Something really raunchy, even, because that would pop. Because I'm such a straight up white guy, right? I'm so white. I mean, I'm just such a white guy. What can I say, you know? So hip hop, as much as I've enjoyed it, it would be hilarious, I'm sure, for anyone who's a hip hop fan to see the straight laced guy that I am react to that. I saw the Dixie Dregs says "Sop with Snoopy" in 2000 with Steve Morse Band as the opening act. A double dose of Steve Morse. Well, that's clever. So he got 2 paychecks as well for that show as the opening band and the main band, eh? Trip Ticker Tip. How are you doing? How important are lyrics and vocal melodies for you? Well, as far as vocal melodies, melody is huge for me. Lyrics are not huge for me, although I've been writing lyrics for years, and it's been painful. Like I can write a song and record a song that's instrumental like that, but if I have to add lyrics, it'll take like a week or two for me to write lyrics. So lyrics do not come easily to me, and I feel like I'm just a little kid on the bottom of the ladder. You know, the ladder of the lyrics, I'm way in the bottom. I'm just learning. Although, you know who's inspired me? What band has inspired me more about lyrics than anything is the Mars Volta. Because at first I thought they were very obtuse and, is that the right word? Obtuse, like hard to see through. And abstract, maybe is the word, the Mars Volta. And then I've looked up now some people who are deciphering and understanding more what these lyrics mean, and that's got me inspired actually about lyrics. So the Mars Volta are inspiring me about lyrics. So melody is huge for me. Lyrics, I'm just kind of a student at lyrics. I'm not really brilliant at lyrics. Someone says, Demetrios says, Cynic, Arc, and of course, Conception, Cynic. Cynic, that's a band. Let's see here. Opaque, yes, that's the word. Dean, if you had lyrics already, could you write music to them? That's really easy for me, actually. I pair up with other people who are good lyric writers. I've done that a few times. They just give me the finished lyrics to a song, and I actually just take it and totally put it to music. To me, that works very easy. I can do that. Oh God, DMZ, Jennifer says. Is DMZ probably a hip hop band, to check out. Panasonic Sonic Tooth, have I made enough comment? No, make more comments. The more the better. Like I say, I'll go back and catch up on this, and I'll leave comments below the video once it's posted on YouTube again, if I miss any of your comments and questions, because there's too many. There's too many of them. So what else did I had some notes. Oh yeah, I've got Halloween coming up here. Thanksgiving is happening in Canada. I know yours is later in the States. Thanksgiving, do you even have it over in Norway? I'm curious if you guys can give me requests that are suitable for Halloween and also suitable for Thanksgiving once that comes up. And I guess Christmas, that'll be easy though. I'm sure there'll be some progressive bands that have put out Christmas music, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, we've got currently 20 viewers, 20 people. Wow, this is more than I expected. I was thinking maybe 3 or 4 people, 7 max. So I'm very grateful you're all here, and I hope this is interesting for you. In the future, I guess I may do more of these just chats. But my idea actually for the future live streams is to do a reaction to a whole album or maybe just a song at a time. There is the detail about YouTube sometimes blocking you if you are playing some stuff. So I have to look into that if what the issues are there, and if not, I think there's always a way to do stuff. Uh, YouTube, after all, is just a few little people compared to incredibly massive amount of content that they could not possibly humanly manage. So they have their AI, their algorithms watching, but you can kind of outsmart them here and there. Um, Daniel Cooper, Halloween, a little bit metal, but pretty good. Maybe some of you are commenting to each other here. I'm sorry, I'm reading just what I see here. So Tripticker Tip says, yeah, TMV's lyrics at first seem so strange to me, but they are as progressive as their music. Well, yeah. Sid Martin says, how do you feel about old new wave, like Depeche Mode, New Order, The Cure, The Smiths? Early electronic, more in the late 80s, early 90s area. I wasn't so into it at the time when it was out, because I associated Depeche Mode with, oh, I don't know. To me, it was a bit depressing, instead of nihilistic or something. It didn't seem really hopeful. It seemed a bit depressing. But my wife actually was at a Depeche Mode concert, and because she had a boyfriend at the time who was right into that stuff. So actually, I've grown to appreciate Depeche Mode. I like them a lot. The New Order and The Cure. The Cure I like a lot. The Smiths, very cool. Some really nice guitar work actually from the Smiths. They have that really classic song where they're playing with the tremolo on the amp, sort of, and it's going, and it was kind of revolutionary at the time to make a song that sounded like that. Oh snap! Can I send you stuff? Are you talking to me, Jen? Yeah, if anyone wants to send me anything, please do. Don't hesitate. I love it. Actually, I do little videos of whenever I open up some mail or something I get. I've only got one thing. It's not like it happens all the time, but yeah. Hello, Dean. Love your reaction from love from India. Aditya Makwana. Aditya, so welcome very much. I love India. I really want to visit. If I was going to list a few countries I really want to visit, India is one of them. Norway is another, or actually any of the Scandinavian areas like Finland, Norway, Iceland. Really would love to visit Japan, and of course India. I would love to visit India. You know what it is? That's the people. India. I used to have some neighbors from India. The last place I lived, and I just adored these people. Just something special about the whole attitude that you have in India. I love it. Afrolicia says, do you know the band Morphine? Nope, don't. Oh, King's X are a great band, Demetrius. Yes, I have a whole album to react to, actually. I downloaded it. I'm going to do a full album react to King's X. Again, it's one of those bands that I've heard of, but I've never really listened to. And it turns out they're a trio, and I love trios. Some of my favorite bands are trios. So, Panasonic Tooth. Do you have any reaction channels that you watch, Dean? I have a small handful, but I think you're the one I watch the most. Well, thanks a lot. That's great. I have started since I didn't, like, I never planned to react. This is not really, it's not something I planned to do. I never got it. I thought I'd get into reacting. So it seemed natural that I ended up doing progressive music because that's what I grew up with. And it just, everything coalesced so perfectly. The fact that I am so new to about 30 years of progressive music, why can't I say that word sometimes? 30 years of prog music, combined with me starting a React channel and having a prog guitar channel, it's everything just coalesced perfectly. So it's like it couldn't be more perfect. I'm reacting to all this music that I really, really have been starving to hear for years and didn't realize it. So I check out the odd channel. Um, there's one guy in Scotland actually, or no, maybe he's in Ireland, and he reacts to a lot of prog stuff. I've started watching his channel. He's a young guy. He's only like 21 or so. Finland isn't technically in Scandinavia. Sorry, Max. Okay. HRS, I'm spamming the hell out of this chat. Cog are a trio. Cog. Oh, Ningen Isu is a trio. Yes, Jen, I'm going to be checking them out. I've got a song lined up to react to. Doug Pinnock of King's X just turned 70 years old in September. Yeah, it's this whole mortality thing. It doesn't really hit you until people like Van Halen start dying, and David Bowie, and it's really devastating when people pass on, and too young though. I mean, we should all be living to 100. There's no excuse. Take care of yourself. Jog, eat well. You're gonna live till 9,500. Let's live a little longer, everybody, please. The Prog theme is great, says Panasonic Tooth. Thanks. I think it's great too. Oh, Max Jorgen. Gotta go to work. What a pleasure. Bye. Okay, see ya, Max. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Let's see. Well, we're not going to go on for too much longer. We've been running here for what, half an hour or so. So I've made that suggestion to you. If you could let me know if there's any songs for Halloween that would be good to react to, that would kind of line up with that day, and maybe Thanksgiving too. I mean, progressive rock, I don't know. It may be hard to find a song like that. You guys have given me some feedback about how you consume music. I did ask you about that. I was very curious. I did let you know a little about my plans for the future for this channel. Another thing I want to do in this channel is get into a little bit of podcasting and interviews. For example, there's a band called Why Not, which started off as a Rush tribute band, and they started making their own music. So now if you ever see Why Not in concert, they'll probably do a few Rush covers, and then they'll be playing their own original music. They have 2 albums out now. I did an interview with the main songwriter in that band, the guy who formed it, and I'll put a link to it once this is posted on YouTube. I'll put a link down below. You get a kind of sense of what an interview is like, and I want to do more interviews. And the bigger the channel, this is where you guys can help. The bigger my channel gets, the more cred I have, so I can call up. And through contacts in the music industry, I have a contact in Japan, if you can imagine, who's a producer in Japan. I used to be a songwriter with him back in the 80s when we were just growing up teenagers, and he became professional. He's a producer in Japan. So he may have connections in Japan to, I don't know, to Bandmate or something. Who knows? I have to reach him. Hey, Chris Allen. Wow, thanks a lot. Chris Allen, is Swans coming up soonish? Yeah, he sent me a CD to react to. Yeah, it will come up, Chris. Just be patient, okay? It's going to happen. Don't worry. So, yeah, I want to do interviews with people. And, so that's where you guys can all help this channel grow. I'm going to do interviews with people. And, progressive rock, of course. That's the focus. Now, also, I just want to comment on the channel as far as being focused on progressive rock. I do occasionally want to focus on the perimeters or the edges, right? Like, for example, Bandmate I've been reacting to lately because I'm astonished. Absolutely, my jaw has dropped, for one thing, how good they are. And also that you're saying there's actually lots of other great rock bands in Japan. So I'm really excited if there's any kind of new growth and new life for rock music, because with all of the hip hop that's sort of flooded the whole market and taken over, if I feel like rock music has been washed away, and I want to see that flame carried forward, whether it even be just regular hard rock or metal or in progressive rock, especially, of course, that's exciting. Do some King Crimson too. Yes, I will. I will. Oh, Sop with Snoopy. Why Not is great. Saw them live 2 years ago. Oh, awesome. Yeah, they're still going. Too bad about the pandemic. That's probably keeping them out of the clubs right now, but hopefully that'll be all back to normal next year. Chino Chibi says, some time ago I suggested Mew, but I never mentioned a song. I suggest you check out Introducent Palace Players if you ever have the time. Okay. Somebody has a suggestion for Halloween. Great. I'll be checking that. Chris Allen, but he's missing all my questions anyways. Am I missing your questions, Chris? Like I said, I'll go back over them and I'll put the comments down below. I'll make a little comment of my own and I'll list all any comments that I missed and wanted to say something about. I really appreciate all your comments. Let's say we'll go for, let's see, we'll go for about another 8 minutes, everybody? And then we'll wrap it up. Jennifer, hey, thank you. Yeah, you guys know about live chat stuff, You can click and donate a little money to the channel. I appreciate that. That's really thoughtful of you. Thanks so much. District 97 is an interesting prog band. Oh yes, District 97. There's one of the main exceptions. I heard them and I was instantly interested, and I like District 97 a lot because there's a strong jazz fusion connection with that band, and that was, at least there used to be. I don't know if there's much now, but I really love, I think it is now. I'm really into jazz fusion as well. That's another question I have for you guys. All you guys who are into progressive rock, are you interested in progressive rock / jazz fusion? Because jazz fusion it's like basically progressive rock with jazz mixed together. That's what it is in my mind. It's pretty simple. And often it's instrumental as well. So there's no singers. And I really need to mention Fate's Warning again, says Tippisher Tip. Okay. Oh, we got Mario Rendecic. Hello, Dean from Croatia. Did you react to Richelieu? If not, please do. I did react to Richelieu. I reacted to one song only, I think, and I want to react to a full album. The one that's something about buildings as teeth or something like that. Jen has been really suggesting that one a lot. Okay, so yeah, a few of you like jazz fusion. You're cool about that. I'm going to go back here a bit, see if there's any comments I missed. I'm desperate to get any YouTuber to discover swans. Yes, Chris, absolutely. Don't you worry. It's going to happen. Just be patient. It's going to happen. Don't worry. Someone else recommended for a Halloween theme music, Crosses the Years. Okay. Nicholas suggested My Halloween React, Bear Ghost. Power Prog metal band Theocracy has 12 or 13 Christmas songs. That's perfect. We'll do like the 12 days of progressive Christmas or something, like progressive rock metal Christmas. By the way, I think progressive metal is that was sort of what turned me off progressive rock, because progressive rock, when it was coming into the 80s, it was turning toward metal, and I loved classic metal at the time, but I could not enjoy the more harder metal. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't listen to progressive rock for about 30 years, is because I thought it was all hard metal. But actually, I'm really starting to enjoy that, and I wanted to make a quick comment too, that on this channel I do want to react to, like I say, fringes of the edge of progressive rock and metal. I want to react to some straight metal bands as well, just here and there, just a salt and peppering of it, you know? Jen says, for sure, Richelieu, for the love of all that is holy. Yes, I know you're anxious. Sop with Snoopy says, I own a Brazilian jazz fusion album from Kiko Loureiro, the current lead guitarist for Megadeth. Isn't that interesting? You know, there have been more than one time when I've heard about someone who was in a metal band and then branched off into either like bluegrass, or jazz. The 12 Days of Progmas. With a stuffy mascot for each. Oh, can you see my stuffy? Yes. You see this stuffy here. Yeah. The stuffies have become an endearing part of the channel. I can't really imagine doing this channel without a stuffy. I think I'm going to have a stuffy with me all the time. There's something nice about it. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a family guy. These are my kids, actually. There's their stuffies. I mean, I don't buy a stuffy for myself. I think the only time I would really want to buy a stuffy, I think, was an alien. I'm into aliens. I like aliens. Huge jazz fusion jazz fan. Thanks to Alan Holdsworth, says Chris. Yeah, Alan Holdsworth was another amazing guitar player and progressive in the progressive genre as well as jazz fusion. So HRS, this was cool, Dean. I'm out to skate it for a while, literally, like rollerblading. Saludos desde Costa Rica. Hey, you know what? My wife speaks Spanish. I wish she were here to say some Spanish. That would be cool. And also, my kids don't speak Spanish. I was going to say they speak Spanish. My kids, everyone's in bed right now, but if the kids happen to be around, I'm going to get them to react to some Tool videos, like video videos, like picture videos, because I think my kids didn't seem so interested to react to just music, but if there's a video that goes with the song, I bet you they'll have some funny comments about the videos. And I've heard Tool's videos are really totally unique and wild. So that'll be something you'll see coming down the tubes soon. Oh, a skateboard. Hey, right on. My middle boy, Ben, is into skateboards right now. He just got into it in the last 6 months, actually, this summer. So, let me just clean up my notes here, make sure I didn't miss anything I wanted to make a comment about. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I was going to ask another thing. Maybe I'll put this as a kind of a question on the communities tab in the YouTube, where you can put a poll. And I wanted to poll you on, what did I want to poll you on? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. I think that's a sign. That's telling me, Dean, you gotta go to bed soon. You're tired. Anyone else work midnights? Anyone else put your hands up if you work midnights? I can't see you, but let me give me a comment here. Any of you guys do midnight shifts? How do you like doing midnight shifts? Trip Ticker Tip says, your format is great, by the way. I love your 2-part videos. That's cool. The simple reason I did that actually is because when you have a video that has a copyrighted song, that video, immediately all the proceeds go to the copyright owners, which is great. But the fact is, at the end of the video, if I'm doing my review and talking, I don't want them to take all that money. I mean, it's my video. I made it. I put the work into it. So I decided to divide it in two. The second video, I monetize it. So I can raise a little bit of money from that. So it's a pretty... Trip Ticker, yeah, night call, he's done nights. Jennifer, night calls suck. I'm an on-call medical interpreter. Oh, that's interesting. Show your kids 46 and 2 cover by O'Keefe School. Hey, great idea. Because I was saying before to somebody just yesterday that my middle kid, very talented. He's just oozing with talent, but he just doesn't have the motivation. He doesn't have the spark. Like for me, I had a lot of musical talent. It was very obvious. I could play piano when I was 5 years old by ear. I listened to a song once in the radio and I could recreate it on the piano. I was 4 or 5 years old and doing this. But I had no desire to actually take up an instrument until I discovered progressive rock, actually. Tangerine Dream. I was really into Saga and this progressive music. And that's what inspired me to become a musician. That was the main thing. So my son, I want him, he has to find his little spark. Whatever it is, it's his spark. It's going to make him say, oh, they're doing that with their musical talent. I want to do something with my musical talent. So waiting for that exciting day. I'll let you know when that happens. Sop with Snoopy says, I used to do third shift. My factory announced that we were closing and currently only first shift. Now we are not closing, getting new jobs in. Hopefully I'll be back on the third shift. Okay, so I'm probably not alone. Some of us, I think it's something that creatives don't mind, is midnight shifts, because to me it's a natural cycle. Like when I was in the band and touring, I used to be a full-time artist touring. I was 18 years old at the time, the last time I toured full-time, and we were up till 4 or 5 in the morning all the time, and that was just normal. Go to bed, wake up at dinner time. That was just a normal cycle for me. So all through life, I've carried on that tradition of not minding working midnights. Carl Frenet. Okay, let's thank you for being here. That's a new name there, Carl. Nice to have you. Hey Dean, love your reactions. Have you dabbed into Danny Carey's other band, Volto? I didn't know Danny Carey was in another band. Well, that's interesting. I'll definitely be checking that out. Right. So, guys, I think I'll wrap it up now. This was more fun than I thought it would be. And for those of you who have stuck around for the whole chat, wow. Double thumbs up. Really appreciate your supporting the channel too and watching it and thumbing up all the videos and all that stuff. Share it with your friends. Like I say, you guys can help me make this channel give it more credibility. I want to keep growing it so I can, knock on doors and get some cool interviews for this channel, and who knows what the future beholds for this channel. I just have a lot of I mean, there was one night I couldn't sleep. I was just thinking about my YouTube channel all night. I could not sleep. It was just an explosion of possibilities going through my brain. Like there's so many things that I can do with this channel, focused within the progressive rock thing. And that's really the focus. Guitar is sort of a sub-focus, but really songwriting and just music is the focus, progressive rock. Oh, Tangerine Dream, says Sid Martin. My favorite movie as a kid was Legend. Beautiful soundtrack. Yes, they did a lot of soundtracks. Soundtracks are very prolific. That's great that they're doing that. It keeps you going as a musician, that's for sure. I'd like to do a soundtrack. I've had some of my music placed in documentaries and films and videos on YouTube and stuff. One particular documentary was in India, made in India, and it was about an environmental video, and they used one of my fingerstyle acoustic guitar songs very prominently. It was playing throughout the middle of the movie, pardon me, and at the end of the movie, they played my song right for all the end credits, so that was really cool. So Simul Ilyena. Hi, hope you are all fine. Hope all of you are fine. Well, I'm fine. I hope all of you are fine too. Nice to have you aboard. Bill D, good morning, everyone. Oh, so we got some new people tuning in. Okay. So this will be posted once it's finished. It'll be back on YouTube posted if you missed anything. And I've already told everyone I'm hoping to answer any questions I missed on in the comment section when that gets posted. So we've had some super chatters. We've had Jennifer for $5. Thanks a lot, Jennifer, and Chris for $5. Thank you so much, Chris. And there might be one more. It looks like there's a little bit more, but I can't see the super chatter who did it. So if I missed anyone who super chatted, don't worry, I'll find out later. And I appreciate your support for the channel. Hey, Daniel Miller. Hey. Oh, Jennifer, you watched one of my videos where I was buried alive in a cemetery. Yes, that was a nice Saturday morning. I wrote a song. It was just an ambient piece on guitar. And then I went to the local cemetery, which is a fascinating old cemetery, and did a video there and edited it all up and put it up that night. This is what YouTube's all about. It's so awesome. Jennifer, are you donating another $5? Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. So this video, it shows me basically I'm trapped. The premise is I'm trapped. I'm buried alive basically, and I'm inside a coffin trying to get out. And at the end of the video, I break out. And what I did is I found this one particular grave that looked like it was friggin' about to open. It was like tipped over, and the tree branch had made it all pop up or something. So I kind of went down and as far as I could, and then I filmed myself getting out, and I wore a black kind of a, like I was something you might be buried in, right? Like a black jacket. And then I walked away from the camera, and that's the end of the video. And I told my wife, if the day I pass on, if they have a funeral for me, play this video, because it'll show me climbing out of this grave and walking away, and it'll sort of give people some positive vibes that life goes on. I don't know what your particular beliefs are. Everyone has different beliefs, but my belief is that we continue to live in a different form or whatever. We continue to. I think we still have a body after we die, and we continue on. I mean, I've heard so many stories, people who have died literally on an operating table. I've met one guy that happened to, and he said he wasn't afraid of death at all, and it wasn't just a phrase of words. He wasn't just saying, "Yeah, I'm not afraid of death." Like, he'd literally died on operating table, and he walked he was floating above himself and saw himself, and then he was walking toward a door, and then he felt like it wasn't time or something like that, and he came back and he was alive again. So after experiencing that, he can literally say he wasn't afraid of death. He just knew that life went on somehow. So yes, that video, I shot it in one day. It made the song, and it was up on YouTube like that. That's the great thing about YouTube. For creators like us who like to create, it's a dream come true, and to have an audience is even better, of course. So yeah, so I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or want to wrap this up for now? Do you guys like the idea of doing a live react to some music all together, so we're all listening to the song? Well, for me, it'd be the first time. Maybe some songs might not be for you for first time, but you think that's cool or not? Ugh, I am so excited to see you live. I can't think of a band I can recommend you. Lots of laughs. Laugh out loud. Tipper tip. All right. And Jennifer says, "Can we listen to a song together now?" I'm not set up to do it. To do that, I have to practice. I had to download some software to do this, and to connect it with YouTube. They tell you have to. The YouTube doesn't give you all the software. You have to go get the software. So you have certain things you have to figure out, and I don't think it'll be too hard. I'll definitely try one song out. Instead of doing a whole album react, maybe I'll just do one song, just run it through, see how it works, and I'll let you know. I'll post it when I'm going to do that. So, somebody asked me if any reaction channels you watched. I've watched this one where it's this dad and his two kids, and the boy is 12 and the girl's 17. It's called I forget what it's called now. Maybe some of you have seen it. And to be frank, I got a little jealous. I thought, oh my gosh. I looked at how long they've been on YouTube, and basically their statistics go like a just straight up. It's like views, um, subscribers is shooting up through the stratosphere, and I go, oh my gosh, I've been doing this channel for years. This channel is like 2.5 years old, 3 years or so, and it's growing so gradually. But one thing that's made it grow so fast has been the reaction videos. That's helped it to really grow. That was a really great idea to start reacting. So, and it totally meshes with everything else I'm doing. I mean, I'm teaching guitar lessons and I'm talking about progressive rock, so it just works all nicely together. Oh my god, watch Lost in Vegas react to Noima. It's hilarious. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I have seen some pretty hilarious reacts out there to, especially when hip hoppers react to some Rush and stuff like that. Although, to be honest, some of them seem a little, I don't know, they're overacting. I mean, I don't do that. They're like, whoa, whoa, they're jumping up and down and stuff. Like, I mean, when I react, I'm starting to be a little more fluid with my body, almost like I'm dancing, because I just noticed that, it's a little more interesting to watch me if I'm just expressing myself a little more, like with my arms, like kind of dancing in a way while I'm seated. Hey, Dean, I'm one of your huge Mars Volta fan followers, Bill D says. Can't thank you enough. Can't wait for more. They have other music, too, to explore beyond Mars. Indeed. To the moon and back, to Mars and back, to quote a children's book, to Mars and back. You're at 6,500 now. Tool, congrats, Dean. You're at 6,500 subscribers too. Congrats, Dean. Yeah, why not? I thank you. I need to pat myself in the back. Hey, I think Sharky needs to be pat too. Thanks a lot, Sharky. I bet you Sharky has a part in all this, right? He's hard working, this shark. So the channel is up to 6,500. I'm thinking just onward and upward. I just wanted to keep growing. And obviously, people who subscribe are going to be people who are discovering progressive music. I mean, that would be exciting if I'm helping to spread progressive music. Here's a question for all you who are on there. Have you turned friends on to certain bands? For example, when I was young, I was into, yes, progressive rock band, yes. And I gave my friend a Close to the Edge album, which is their classic album. After the birthday party, apparently he'd smashed it against the wall because he put it down, he sampled it, and he hated it. But a year later, and till now, to this very day, he's a huge Yes fan. So he's one example of someone I've spread progressive rock with, and they became a fan. So I'm curious, any of you, do you have any friends who you shared a certain progressive rock band and they didn't like it at first, or maybe they did like it right away, and you kind of helped them get into that whole genre? Bill D says, also, do you like the genre math rock? It's like Prog's little younger cousin. Well, for sure, I'm going to check it out. I don't really know what that is off the top of my head, but I look forward to checking it out. Sid Martin says, I love Lost in Vegas. Great reactors. You'd like them, Dean. Okay. Um, well, Jennifer says, you are helping spread the Prog word. Yeah, I hope so. Job Lopez. Hey, Job, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Hi, Dean. I just recently discovered your channel. I've subscribed and have been enjoying it since then. Well, Job, that's really awesome. Thanks for subscribing and becoming part of the channel. That makes you a Wolf Pack. One of the Wolf Pack. You're going to grow. You'll notice after a few days, these teeth will start getting more pointy and will start to extend a little bit over your lower lip. And if your significant other one notices that, just say, oh, I don't know why that's happening. Trip ticker tip. Live streaming would be so fun. You still have a small community. You could react and interact with us whilst reacting. Oh, I love that. Are you in Britain there? Tippisher tip? Tippisher shit tip? Sorry. Whilst. I mean, who else but an Englishman would say whilst? I love that. Whilst. My cousin went to London and she laughed when she saw this woman talking to her little kid. She said, "I've told you once, I've told you twice, I've told you thrice. Do not do that." Thrice, of course, being the trigger word that is so hilarious. Job says, yes, I introduced Yes to my friend as well, but it was the Topographic Oceans album. Actually, Topographic Oceans was my friend's favorite album now. It wasn't Close to the Edge. He loved Topographic Oceans the most. It was further to Big Generator, and he liked that one a lot. Yeah, Big Generator. Now someone needs to teach me to do Patreon. Patreon's pretty easy. You just go in there and you pick a tier. There's like $3, $5, $10. Both the $5 and $10 and everything, of course, after that, like you can recommend a song. But frankly, you know, anyone just recommend a song. But I get so many requests for songs for reacting to. If you joined a tier, I guess you would kind of closer to guaranteeing your request, like for $5 or $10. I got 2 Patreons. I just started it, and I've already got 2 guys who subscribe for the $10 a month. And so basically, they let me know a song they'd like me to react to, and that's going to happen. So right now, it looks like we have 18 viewers. Average watch time about 6 minutes. So people are popping in and out. That's fair enough. I understand. It's you dedicated fans who are here and sticking it out for the whole one. That's really awesome. Yeah, you guys converse together too. You don't have to just talk to me. That's really cool. Yeah. So Carl, hey, how you doing, Carl? Carl Frenette. I've turned a few friends onto Russian circles, as well as a math rock band called Don Caballero. Worth checking out. Okay. Let's see if there's any new names here I haven't caught yet. David Simpson. What's your favorite Rush and Genesis tracks? David, welcome. David, my favorite Rush and Genesis tracks. Oh my gosh. I think Hemispheres is my favorite album, next to Moving Pictures, of course. Moving Pictures was the album that just really floored me. I had the great privilege. I was in St. Catharines, the home of Neil Peart at the time, and I was of course, everyone in St. Catharines knew that Rush's drummer was from St. Catharines, so it kind of felt like you felt a little stronger connection to this band, knowing that one of the members was, you know, walking around in your streets at some point. So when I went to my friend's house and he played Moving Pictures album on his record player, and it was really loud. He had a great stereo, first time ever. And I just remember hearing "Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride," and I remember, you know, my hair is like flying back, and I'm going, "Whoa, this sounds so great." The thing about Rush that really impressed me too was the technically how excellent and pristinely produced they are. And there's a producer who did a video recently, I think, reviewing that album, and he is just amazed. This is before the days of Pro Tools. You couldn't digitally edit anything. It was all done, you know, analog. And the quality of the sound was just amazing. Sopwith Snopey says, my first concert was Rush with Max Webster. Oh, yeah, Max Webster. I remember driving through Toronto, and I saw Kim Mitchell running across the street carrying an electric guitar. I'm guessing he was probably just in a studio and he was just like running to his car or something, or maybe vice versa. I don't know. He's bringing his guitar in the studio. That was kind of cool. Max Webster, he's the singer of that band too. Listening to Red Barchetta in a convertible is dope. Yeah. Do you like any post rock? Explosions in the Sky, da da da. I mean, I like it. I'm just saying I don't know any of these bands. I think that's another genre I will probably explore in this channel a bit. even though it's progressive, I think that there is again a cousin relationship between post rock and progressive rock. Um, Check out Richelieu. Yes, hey Nixon, welcome. Absolutely, I will be checking out Richelieu. I was just mentioning earlier that I'm going to react to the album Buildings as Teeth or something like that. Then the title. Oh, David Simpson, you wanted to know what my favorite Genesis tracks were. Well, I followed them pretty dedicatedly up till that album that had what was it called? Mama. You know, Mama was on it. At that point, I mean, I really loved it. It was really a fresh sound. I thought it was kind of cool that a progressive band was kind of doing pop music, but I kind of felt that Genesis was getting lost. They were disappearing into the pop scene and just sort of losing track of who they really are. To me, a Genesis at its essence and root is very a progressive band, and I just feel like they kind of turned their back on that. I mean, there's probably a lot of people who feel the same way, but you know, at the same time, I still appreciate Phil Collins' solo work and stuff. But you know, just didn't really do much for me. Everything before that, I love it. I love all that Genesis stuff, the classic stuff. Oh yeah, Nixon. You guys heard of Cog? Yeah, I've heard of Cog. I haven't reacted to it. I'm going to. Airbag is great too. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. Bazuper Rodriguez. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Dean, are there any recordings from your prog days floating around in the ether? Absolutely, there is. There's a song from my prog days, and I will list it when this video gets posted. I'll just put the link down below for you. It's a band I was in called FXU at the time, and we were turned down by the record companies. We approached a couple record companies in Canada, and they said we're too prog. I said too prog. They really didn't want any prog music. It's too bad. But I'll post that down below. Yeah. Um, hey Job, I like their old albums more. Maybe you're talking about Dredge. Again, another band I haven't reacted to. Look forward to it. Any plans to react to Kansas? Job asks. Absolutely. And the thing that's funny about that is I didn't even realize they're progressive. I've known some of the big hits, of course, like Dust in the Wind. When I think about it, yeah, that is kind of progressive. But I really never realized that Kansas was a progressive band, and I've heard about that. So I'm going to be reacting to Kansas. Absolutely, yeah. So I'm just going back over some old comments. Um, let's see. What else did I want to cover? Oh, I'm actually working on one video right now, and this is something I want to do a little more on the channel. Video essays. Video essays. So the idea is sort of like a mini documentary, and my little mini documentary, well, it's kind of basic. I mean, it's going to be about Rush cover bands, because since Rush is, of course, disbanded now. I mean, Neil Peart's passed away. They even retired before that happened. So Rush is like a staple live act, and they've been touring since the beginning of their career in the 1970s. That's like 4 decades of touring, and so there's so many people who miss Rush so much, and so I thought I would look on YouTube, and I researched a bunch of cover bands that are quite good, including 3 that have female singers, which is interesting, including one in Vancouver here actually. And so I want to do a little video kind of essay about that and cover these cover bands. Yeah, rest in peace, Neil. Indeed. Okay, Sid, you say you got your work cut out for you, Dean. You'll need to do like 10 a day in at this rate. The for me it's like if I could do this full time, I would. I would have no issue with that. It would be fun. Because I could do, you know, 4 or 5, well, sometimes 5 or 6 reacts in a row. And like I said before, after that, you kind of burn out because you're listening to it intently and then you're making comments on it. So it's not like you can just sit down and put an album on and like smoke a cigarette or something. You have to work kind of. So I could do that, and then I could work on some video essays about progressive rock. I want to do a video about what is progressive rock, which of course entails a lot of research, and that's kind of what excites me, the idea of doing a lot of research and writing this video essay and presenting it. And there's so many topics to explore in progressive rock. There's no lack of topics there. What is your most memorable live experience? Tip is your tip. My most memorable live experience. Well, probably my probably the one of the first concerts I went to when I saw not Yes, Saga. Saga came into St. Catharines, which is near Niagara Falls in Ontario, and I was just, I guess, how old would I have been? That was 1981, I think it was. Their tour. They were really breaking out big. Saga especially got big in Europe. It's funny, they're from Canada, but the success in Canada was like minimal compared to overseas. So I was just so damn excited. I just could not believe I was seeing this band play. I just remember that so vividly, that experience of just rocking out and just moving my head like this. And I remember looking around and like everyone else was sitting there politely, and I'm like, the hell with that, you know. And I'm just 81. I would have been. I was only 13 years old at the time, right? 12 or 13. So it was friggin' amazing to see a concert. I'll never forget that. Jamie's Craighead, hey, welcome. I'm hoping you'll react to Tool's earlier discography like Opiate and Undertow. Actually, if you check the playlist, I've already done an entire album through React of Undertow. Opiate, I'm getting to that. I'm going to be doing that. I was thinking actually, if I can do this live, that would be a really fun album to do live. So we'll all do it together live. Greg Payne, hi Greg, how are you doing? Glad you're here. I said about 20 minutes ago, I said, oh, we'll wrap this up in 5 minutes, but I'm still going. This is the time flies. I'm having fun here. I hope you're having fun too. We've got about 22 viewers. Nice. So concerts are cool. Yeah. Any particular song on TTNG you can recommend? I'm sorry, what does TTNG mean? TTNG. Can you expand that acronym? I'm not sure what you mean. Holy shit, dude, you look young, says Delicious Danger. Hi. I'm glad I look young. I should look young. That's just the way it should be. My kids keep me young. That's what keeps me young. My kids keep me young. No time to get old in this world, let me tell you. Okay. Yeah, Jamie, yeah, check them out. Undertow reactions are all there from Tool. Jennifer says, I think Wolf Totem by The Hue should be the Wolfpack anthem. Okay, I'll check it out. I don't know it. Oh, Job was talking to Bill D. Smiley face. Needs guns. Dean, you are young. Thanks, Jen. Thank you. I feel young. I think that's the huge thing about adulthood is you realize, hey, I'm still a kid. I just have an adult body. Yeah, the whole getting old and being an adult is just an illusion. It's just a mass illusion. And just think about that. I mean, anyone You know, anyone up to the president of the United States or the premier of your country or whatever, they're all just kids. They're still those kids that you rub shoulders with in grade school and the playgrounds. All those kids, those minds that we had when we were just in the playground, they're still with us in essence, right? We're all still just kids. Adulthood. Maybe that'd be a good theme for an album. Oh, by the way, that's another thing. Demetrios says also some Marillion. Yes, Marillion. I haven't touched on them. I will. Mongolian throat singing folk metal. That sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, another plan for this channel, if I do this, and I'm seriously considering it, even though I have a duo, even though I perform as a solo performer part-time, I was thinking of getting into a band or forming a band that's progressive, a progressive metal band, even progressive rock / metal, and I thought, well, since I got this channel, it'd be really cool to make a video vlog of how that all goes. You know, like I have do video vlogs of the band getting together for rehearsals, and then to a show or something, to the first show. That'd make a nice little 2-part, you know, half an hour video segments. That'd be really cool, eh? I think. Oh, we got some new people here. Hey, Faint Circles, how are you? Hi, Dean. Love your reactions. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoy them. You have a very refreshing format. If you want to try out a criminally underrated band from Texas, try out Fair to Midland Musical Chairs. Okay, I'll add that to my list. As you know, I've got a huge list, and but I am very determined to react to everything. I'm doing a daily react now, so that's like 30 songs a month. So that's like more than 2 albums, right? So that's like 25. That's like about 30 albums a year I can do in music if I keep that up. Delicious Danger, hi, welcome. You want to join the band? Well, I guess if you're in the neighborhood, where are you from? Bazupa Rodriguez. I haven't listened to Fair Midland in a hot minute. Welcome, Bazooka. No, it's not Bazooka. Sorry, it's Bazooper. Welcome, Bazooper. Nice to see you here. And Delicious Danger. Oh, we got another new face. It's Josh. Josh saying you should check out David Bowie's Station to Station, the album opener, and if you enjoy it enough, check out the rest of it. Okay, yes, that'll go on my list. Now, what was I saying? I forget. We got 24 people here. Welcome. Yeah, I had a question for all of you, and it totally went out of my head. What was I going to ask you? Oh, yeah. Where are you all? Where are you coming from? I know some of you are in the States. I think Jen's in Chicago. I know we had Rene from Norway, I believe, and he's not in the room anymore. I think he left the chat. He had to go to work, and yeah. So just shoot up there on the message board your city or your state or your country or whatever. Just let me know. I'm kind of curious. I know we had a fellow from Scotland. I don't know if you're with us still. Scotland, that's a great place. Adrian Ballou. Oh yeah, he's a great guitarist. Very inspired by him. His work in King Crimson especially, and some of his solo work is amazing. Ah, Trip Ticker Tip, you're from Germany. All right. Hey, did you know my aunt lives in Germany? She's in Freiburg. And I've got a cousin who's from Germany. He's living in London right now. Czech Republic, Dimitrios, awesome. You got some great prog out in your neighborhood, don't you? Some prog bands? They're pouring in now. We've got Australia here, Panasonic Tooth, Croatia, Southern Indiana, Texas, Philippines, Brisbane. Did you say Brisbane or Brisbane? Australia. My son was making fun of your accent. He's going, nar, nar. You know, it sounds like when you say no, you say nar. So he and I have a little joke going around today. We got Setserus from Canada, a fellow Canadian. How are you? Well, what province are you in, or what city? If you want to reveal, that's fine. We got College Station, Texas, right on. I've been to Texas. I've been to Corpus Christi, Texas, once. Freiburg, that's not far away from you. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. My aunt's husband is a judge. He's retired now, and they had 3 kids. My cousins, they all live in there. I visit time to time Germany. My grandparents lived there for many years too, and my mom was born there. So ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, ja. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Ein bisschen. Jennifer, I don't speak Japanese, Jen. Sorry, I would love to learn. I got a friend in Japan though. Hamilton, Ontario. Okay, this Big Smoke. Is that what we call you? Hamilton is well, of course, it's close to St. Catharines. I grew up in St. Catharines and lived in Toronto as well, and London, Ontario. So we were provincial neighbors there. Cheers from Denver, ME262 Talon. Right on. Hello, Denver. Belgrade, to be specific. Hi, Simul Ilenia. And, oh, you're in Hamburg. Okay. Tippishers from Hamburg. Not hamburger. Hamburg, sorry. Oh, Jen was just asking if there were any Chinese folks here. That was in Chinese. Okay, that wasn't Japanese. See, there you go. I should know that. Did you know my brother is married to a Chinese girl from, she's from China, Shanghai. She's from Shanghai. She moved to Canada and met my brother, and she didn't speak very good English. So a year later, they met again, and she spoke much better English, and that I think had a part in playing how she got to get my brother. She got to know him and ended up getting married. So that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, you translate, Jennifer. You translate Chinese. Okay. So welcome one and welcome all. Let's see if I had any more questions for you. At the beginning of the stream, I just asked people how they consume their music. Do you listen to vinyl? Do you listen to CDs on a CD player, or do you stream? What's your favorite way to listen to music nowadays? Another question I would ask: are you wearing headphones or earbuds when you listen to music all the time? Obviously, I'm wearing my headphones all the time when I'm doing YouTube, and it's good to have a very nice quality, comfortable set of headphones nowadays because we spend so much time doing that. So I got a video coming up about Eddie Van Halen, and the reason why I'm going to cover Eddie Van Halen is because I discovered there was 2 songs that Van Halen did that were experimental. I had no idea. Van Halen to me was, new metal, kind of American metal. They kind of established that new genre when Van Halen came out. I had no idea there's one of the albums that they had that Eddie was kind of thinking of even quitting the band at that time. And I think that's why he just had these 2 experimental songs. It's sort of like, well, I'll just do whatever I want, he thought he might quit. So there's 2 experimental songs that I'm going to cover. That's coming up, a video. Yeah, EVH is more progressive than people think, Setzer says. I agree. He influenced so many people in all genres, including progressive rock. I'm sure there are a lot of progressive metalers and rockers who all accredit him. And so for that, we owe him homage. We have to really acknowledge that. Bazooper says, I only listen to music that has been captured on ancient pottery. Now that is so wild. I've seen something about that where they can actually sort of figure out when the pottery was being made on a turntable, that the sounds that were in the ambient sounds around this pottery could actually have been recorded in some way, and I think they've actually attempted to figure that out. So whether you're tongue-in-cheek on that answer, there is a serious side to the possibilities of doing that. All of my music is on my phone. That is the way it is always with me. In the car or on the go or in the house, always ready to butt up or a pair up. Butt up or pair up, right, with your headphones. Yeah, I'd say one of my favorite places to listen to music is my car. And it's a CRV actually, and a Honda CRV, and it had the year model that we got. It had the best stereo ever, and um, I've listened to so much music in that car, just loud as anything, and that's a great environment to listen to a car. I remember watching an interview with um, Billy Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins, and when they mix an album, I think a lot of bands do this. When they're mixing their album right to be released, they go in a car and they listen to it. They drive around the city. He was driving around in this limousine with the band, listening to this album they were just mixing in the car. The band is very involved in mixing the final mix of the album, so it was important to hear it in the car. Yeah, Mario, welcome, Mario. That's a new face I haven't seen yet. Rendagic. Nowadays, I listen to music only through YouTube, but missing vinyls. I've just discovered YouTube Music channel. That's very good actually to get it from YouTube. What you want? Yeah, it is. I find it pretty easy to get stuff. Some albums are just meant to be in the car. Says Karoots, welcome. Oh, I drove a UPS truck, says Daniel Cooper. I listen to music all day. That's great. That's great. That's nice you can be in a job that, you can have music playing all the time. That is really awesome. I remember one job I had when I was a teenager. I worked in a restaurant called Honey Huckers, and it was a really cool restaurant actually. It was pretty fun. Open concept. It had a butcher, literally a butcher shop, and had literally a baker, and they're both working behind windows making the bread, butchering the meat and everything, and we were up there cooking. And it was a 1950s theme. So they had jukeboxes at every table. You could pick a song and it would be playing over the whole PA. So I got to be familiar with all the 1950s music. Um, and I think it's really important just as a musician, just to hear all kinds of music, because you can take something from all of it. Ever listen to Hypnose? No, I haven't, Antoine. How you doing? Antoine Moran. Um, Boy, you guys are great. This is so awesome. There's still over 20 of you here. I'm really impressed. Like I said, I was thinking seven, maybe tops, 7 or 8 people. I didn't know we'd get a good turnout. To me, this is a great turnout. So I'm excited they're all here. Um, I don't want to bore you though. So I've been doing this for an hour and a half. Let's see, 8 to 9:30. Yeah. So I think we'll wrap it up, and we'll say that this was a resounding success. And in the future, I'll keep doing these chats. I think just nothing but chatting. But I want to do live reacts. So you can expect some live reacts coming up, some more live chats. The next video I do, or the next live feed, will probably be a live song react. We're going to try that out. We're going to set it up. I have to figure that out in the software and all that. So that's it, guys. Kisses to you all. Well, kisses to you. How about hugs? Okay, this is like a virtual hug. There you go. A hug. Giving you all a hug. Sharky says hello. Hey, Sharky. And the top Prog dog, he's sleeping somewhere. I don't know. So we all say goodbye to you and peace. And honestly, I really wish for nothing but healing in this world. I really want nothing but peace for everyone. We want to get through what's going on in the United States, get through all that, and intact and alive and in one piece. So my heart goes out to all of my fellow American people. And yes, thanks so much, guys. Big hugs to everyone. Aldi Miola, you mentioned. Oh, yeah, Aldi Miola, he's a great guy. Oh, sorry, you distracted me. Okay, I'm saying goodbye. This is it. We're going to have more chats, so this isn't the end forever. Okay, guys. Love to you all and all yours, and much healing and health to you all. Okay, bye now.